Hello, everyone, and welcome. I'm excited to have you here today as we explore an incredibly important topic. Today, we'll be diving into Law 5, so much depends on reputation. Guard it with your life. In this presentation, we'll discuss why your reputation is your most valuable asset, how it can be built and protected, and what steps you can take to ensure it remains strong. So, let's get started and uncover the secrets to safeguarding your reputation for success. A strong reputation truly multiplies your influence even before you say a word. It's like your personal brand that precedes you, opening doors and creating opportunities. On the other hand, a weak or stained reputation can do the opposite. It can close doors and eliminate chances before they even appear on the horizon. Your reputation is the first thing people judge about you. It shapes how they perceive you, how they treat you, and how much trust or authority they are willing to give you. And it's important to remember that once your reputation is damaged, it's almost impossible to fully repair. That's why protecting it must be a constant, strategic effort. Every action, every word, and every decision you make impacts how others see you, and ultimately, how far you can go. This is a core idea because your reputation truly is your foundation for influence and success. A carefully crafted reputation acts like a shield, protecting us from harm, but it can also become a weapon if misused. It's essential to distance ourselves from anything that might create doubt or suspicion. Instead, we should associate ourselves with qualities that people admire: integrity, professionalism, and reliability. When rumors or misinformation start to spread, it's crucial to counter them immediately. Addressing issues early prevents them from growing out of control. Identifying potential threats early allows us to silence or neutralize them before they do damage. Building a strong reputation isn't just about the moment. It's about creating a legacy that works for us even when we're not in the room. Because if others can undermine your name, they can weaken your entire foundation. Your reputation influences whether allies rally behind you or choose to ignore you. It impacts how seriously people take your actions and whether they trust, fear, or respect you. Remember, your reputation enters every room before you do. People quickly form opinions, and those opinions tend to spread even faster. That's why managing your reputation carefully is vital, because it's the foundation upon which your entire influence is built. The commander's career took a nosedive, not because he failed on the battlefield, but because he failed to protect his public image. When the king needed someone to lead a major campaign, this commander was clearly the most capable choice. Yet, his damaged reputation made the king hesitant. Fearing backlash from the nobility, the king decided to pick someone else, someone less capable but more respected socially. This is where rivals stepped in. They exploited his weaknesses by spreading stories, some exaggerated, some outright false, about his behavior. These stories painted him as unstable and untrustworthy, further damaging his reputation. In medieval Europe, a skilled commander was often judged not just by his military talent, but also by his ability to maintain consistency and respectability. Our commander, despite his good results in battle, had a tendency to act recklessly, especially during celebrations. He would make careless remarks that offended nobles, and over time, his personal reputation became tainted with arrogance and disrespect. This story highlights a key point. Even the most talented leaders can see their careers collapse if they neglect their public image and personal conduct. It underscores how reputation and perception can be just as critical as skill and results, especially when it comes to leadership at the highest levels. His actual behavior was politically strategic, but his reputation for integrity made him untouchable. Because his name carried such weight, he could influence decisions with a single statement. Even powerful generals refused to challenge him openly, knowing the public would rally to defend him. This reputation became his greatest armor. Whenever rivals tried to accuse him of corruption or deception, people dismissed the accusations instantly because they contradicted his established character. In ancient China, a statesman built a reputation for absolute fairness and honesty. Even his enemies believed he could not be bribed or manipulated. This story of correct behavior, of observance of the law, highlights how a strong moral reputation can serve as a powerful shield in politics and leadership. It shows that integrity isn't just about personal virtue. It's a strategic advantage that influences entire decisions and perceptions. Now, let's talk about the sixth key to power: reputation. Talent is what helps you grow, but it's your reputation that truly sustains you over the long run. Remember, reputation is long-term power. It shapes how others see you and influences your opportunities. If you find that your current reputation is holding you back, don't be afraid to reshape it deliberately. This can be done through visible actions and forming new alliances that reinforce the image you want to project. Sometimes, reinvention is necessary to stay ahead or to change perceptions. And here's an important point. If someone tries to attack or undermine your reputation, a small counterstrike can serve as a warning to others. It signals that you won't tolerate attacks and that you are serious about protecting your image. Making an example of those who attack you can deter future attempts and maintain your standing. Remember, your associations matter. Just being linked to questionable people or events can damage your reputation, so choose your connections wisely and distance yourself from anything that could harm your image. A strong reputation acts like a silent force. People tend to hesitate or hold back from opposing someone who is widely respected or feared. Use this to your advantage by building a reputation that commands respect. When false stories or rumors start to spread, act quickly and decisively to confront them. Don't let misinformation grow unchecked, because once a rumor takes hold, it becomes much harder to control. Finally, focus on developing a few core traits: reliability, toughness, honesty, intelligence, and embody them consistently. These traits form a simple, strong identity that people can easily remember and respect. All of these elements combined, the deliberate shaping of your reputation, strategic responses, and consistent traits, are crucial for maintaining and wielding power effectively over time. Your reputation is a form of currency, and it's something you should guard fiercely. Think of it as more valuable than wealth, more important than your position, and even more critical than your relationships. When you have a strong reputation, opportunities tend to come to you more easily. Doors open almost automatically. On the other hand, if your reputation is damaged or fragile, even your skills and abilities might go unnoticed or unrecognized. So, throughout this entire presentation, we've talked about building trust, credibility, and influence. Well, your reputation is the foundation of all of that. Protect it, nurture it, because it's the key to unlocking the success you're aiming for.